If you saw Contact with Jodie Foster, you know where we are. We are at a very large array. We're going to tell you all about it, and then if you hang around till the end, you're going to hear from a very angry Canadian who didn't appreciate the way that my country was treated this week in politics. But first, to outer space.
Combined, they form a single giant telescope larger than all of New York City. This massive synchronized system monitors the cosmos day and night. The VLA's enormous size is necessary for the unique kind of light that it observes. Our eyes see only a small sliver of the light that reaches us from space. But objects throughout the universe emit light across the entire electromagnetic spectrum. And this 21st century astronomical instrument plays its part in a human journey that began many ages ago.
So Buddy and I came to see the Very Large Array. That's actually the technical name. And it was before we reached Albuquerque. And it was something to see. What you're going to hear next is a little more politics than you probably counted on. Good morning. This is my $4 top that I got at Walmart yesterday. I was pretty excited about that. I have no idea why I thought white was a good idea given the life I lead, but here we are in my new shirt. Today I'm taking you to a very big array. So for some background, my dad was really into outer space. As an academic and a PhD psychologist, it always amazed me that he believed in life out there. So this array is a field. Apparently it's phenomenal to see a field of satellite dishes that register outer space. So that's the first thing that we're doing today. The second thing that I wanted to talk to you about is this channel is not political. I am Canadian. I am related to a number of Americans, and in the last 48 hours, the American president slapped tariffs on Canada. Historically, we have fought on the beaches. We were first in to some wars. We have been nothing but a proud partner, supplying oil and lumber and auto parts, to name just a few. This decision by the president has changed the course of my travel, because there is an enormous campaign in Canada to now buy Canadian and spend your money in Canada. I am sad to say that my response to that is to get back to Canada as soon as I can and spend my travel money there. I have no control over oil and gas and car parts and lumber and uranium and some other things, but what I can say is this is an attack, an economic attack on my country, and as a result I cannot stay in this country longer than I need to in order to get out. To say that we would be a 51st state is egregious. We are a sovereign nation. We fought for our freedom. We actually fought the United States for our freedom. And your president is literally batshit crazy if he thinks that we're going to have a governor and become the 51st state. Let me repeat. We are a sovereign, proud nation, and we distinguish ourselves by not being American. So, that said, I am going to go and see a few other things in the United States and just can't tolerate and abuse that has been leveled at us in the last 48 hours for nothing that we have done. Absolutely nothing that we have done, other than a potential cash grab. And anybody that knows anything about economics knows that tariffs are only going to make it extremely difficult for the lovely Americans that I have met along the way. Things are going to get much more expensive. For the 50% of you that voted for this guy, I think that you're going to see that his policies and procedures are not going to work, and economically attacking your best friend, the country that together with you has had the most successful relationship in history, is just not the way to go. So I realize that this isn't a political channel, but I am a Canadian, and I am not known for being sheepish about my opinions. And as I go and see some cosmically relevant thing today about how big our universe is and the things that we need to pay attention to, I am reminded that this petty stuff to grab headlines is not what I believe in. I believe in my country. I am a proud Canadian, and I am a full-time traveler, and starting in about May, I'm going to talk about full-time van life in my country. Before we get there, let's go back to outer space. So these very large satellite dishes are moved on a semi-regular basis using railway tracks. The reason for that is that our planet moves, and what they see are new and emerging galaxies. They can see the birth of stars, they can see black holes, and it's important for this world to understand what's happening in other worlds.
Who we are and where we come from. On our journey of cosmic discovery, there have always been sacred places where we go to connect with the heavens. Places that help us make sense of all the wonders we see when we look to the skies above.